Hey guys, it's So and it's time for games. And today we are doing MCC 17 predictions. This MCC is gonna be a really fun one. I'm very excited, and we also have a couple new players. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get into the list. But before we do, if you could please subscribe, it takes a few seconds, and it really gives me motivation. And I'm gonna be uploading, um, videos whenever I can on the MCC team. So yeah, why don't you go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, in number 10 we have the Yellow Yaks with Rambo, Shovel, S Major, and Wilbur. It hurts to put this team this low, especially with like Rambo as Major, Wilbur, and Shovel, who are all just decent players, but they don't really have like an S tier. So I really feel like they have a good chance of placing in the bottom three, which is kind of sad. But anyway, we're moving on to number 9, the Aqua Ocelots, Ant Frost, Captain Sparkles, Kara Corbett, and the Garrett. Ant Frost has actually been performing pretty good recently. I'm pretty sure he got 8th in the most recent event, and then he got 14th in his first. So he's pretty good. Captain Sparkles, um, consistent top 15. Kara Corvus or Kara Corvus, however you say it. I still don't know how to say it, but is just a decent player, very inconsistent though. And the Aerith is very similar to Kara or Kara, whatever. I don't know. Okay, anyways, in 8th we have the Green Geckos, new team name. Let's go. 5 up, Jack Manifold, Niachu, and Puns. This team is alright, but the thing is, Puns is fantastic. Niachu, um, Niachu has been improving, but I really don't feel like Niachu is, like, fantastic at all. Sorry, Niachu. Um, Jack Manifold TV is it has a very drastic improvement, but since his team is not too amazing, I feel like his like placements might decrease a bit. And then 5 up is just kind of average. So yeah, this team I feel like has a very good chance of getting bottom 5, but they could surprise us if they practice enough. And anyway, in 7th we have the Purple Pandas with H-Bomb, In the Littlewood, Ren the Dog, and Cubfan135. Um, H-Bomb, obviously, top 10 player. In the Littlewood, top 20 to top 15. Ren Dog, somewhat inconsistent, but can do well. And Cubfan is actually one of the more underrated players in the event, and I feel like he's one of the better hermits. I know, kind of crazy. But yeah, and then this team is all around decent, but like they don't compare to how good some of the other teams are. And 6, just narrowing out above the Purple Pandas, is the Blue Bats with Filza, King Burren, Sneak Snag, and Wisp. Sneak Snag is a new player. I don't know too much about him, but I know he is kind of a UHC guy, so he should be able to do decently in this event. And then Filza is pretty good. Like, he can get top 10 when he wants to. Wisp, very similar to Filza. And then King Burren is just pretty average. So, this team, depending on how well Sneak Snag does, they could very easily edge out and make it to Dodgeball. Like, this is probably where this is the point I say where any team could make it to Dodgeball. But anyway, in 5th is the Llamas with Quig, Solidarity Gaming, F-Flip, and another new player, Gemini Che, a new hermit. Cool. Um, I have not seen Gem play like any type of competitive mini games before, so who knows how well she's gonna do. Quig is obviously a beast. Solidarity Gaming and F-Whip are both good support players, and I would say just about average. So yeah, this team could do pretty well, but I feel like they're very middle of the packish, if you know what I mean. And then anyway, in 4th we have the Pink Parrots, Illumina, Fruit Berries, Vixella, and Critic Zeus. This is the first time that the Simmers have split up. In fact, there's only two in this event, Critic Zeus and Vixella. And they're teamed with Fruit Ninja. Now, I would love for this team to win. Because Fruit Ninja, I mean, they both deserve wins, Fruit Berries and Illumina. They both deserve more wins because they're both fantastic. And then I want the Simmers to get a win. I want the two of the Simmers to get a win, Critic Zeus and Vixella. I would love to see it. And if Critic Zeus can get a standout performance, especially with these two fantastic teammates, and then Vixella as a good support player, I feel like this team could absolutely destroy this if they did well and if they get a good game order. Sheesh, I can't talk today. And that, yeah, they could definitely destroy and make it to dodgeball. Anyway, and third is the Cyan Coyotes with Dream, Carl Jacobs, Pog, and Tommy in it. This MCC marks the return of Carl Jacobs, the number one player, actually the number two player right behind Connor, eats pants. But anyway, all jokes aside, Dream is, like, as I've always said, bouncing between a very high A tier and like a low S tier. Um, but I feel like Dream could very well pop off and maybe even get his third win in a row, which is kind of crazy, and then get the medal. And then Carl Jacobs, I want him to have the best win ratio of any player in the event. He plays 3 events and wins 2 of them. That would be hilarious. And then Punk, I don't know how well he did, but I'm pretty sure he got like 20 to 25th or something. I don't remember. And then Tommy in it, one of the most inconsistent players, but if if he plays seriously, I think he could get a top 10 this event. So yeah, this team again could very easily make it to dodgeball, but I have him sitting in third right now. In second, we have the Orange Ocelots with False Symmetry, Green, Pizza Hut, and SB. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How is this team beating all the other teams in my opinion? Well, it's because of SB. SB, yeah, I still don't think he's showed his true potential yet. If he could he could very well be a top 3 player consistently if he like was on a better team. He's gotten pretty unlucky, but he's with Pizza Hut, which I feel like could definitely be a dynamic duo if they practice enough, and they could easily get like both top 10 easily, maybe even top 5 as well. Green, he had a fantastic stand-up performance last event, and I'm expecting him to do the same this event. And then False Symmetry is just a good support player and also can get like top 15. I feel like this team has a very good chance of making it to dodgeball. Of course, it could be a repeat of the Orange Ocelots in MCC 15, where I predicted them to get second and then they got 8th, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But still, this team is a team to watch out for. And in first is the Red Rabbits, with George Not Found, Sapnap, Tubbo, and another new player, Gumi. I actually don't know much about Gumi. I don't know if she plays Minecraft too much. I've only ever seen other people's POVs of playing Among Us with Gumi. So, I don't know, but if Gumi can just do, like, top 25, this team has it in the bag. Because Sapnap is definitely an S tier, no question. Even though in the last event he had a weak team, he still managed to squeeze out a top 10 performance. Props to him. George Not Found, just an all-around, a bit above average player, like, B tier, I guess. Solid B tier. Tubbo is, I don't even know if he's underrated. I don't really hear many people talk about him, so I'm assuming he's underrated. Again, I don't hear many people talk about him. I don't know if people think he's a bad player or anything, but he's a consistent, like, low top 10 player, I guess, if you know what I mean. And then Gumi, yeah, again, I don't know how well Gumi's gonna do, but if she has an incentive to practice, like Rainbow and Ant Frost and um whoever or Creekcraft I guess did, then this team has a very, 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 very good chance of winning. And between red and orange, who's gonna win the dodgeball? I haven't actually done this yet, but it's gonna be close. But I think SB737's massive amounts of practice will get the orange Ocelots to edge over, especially because Green is a fantastic dodgeball player and false supremacy. I'm sorry. RIP headphone users, I guess. But yeah, and then Pizza Hut is just an all-around good dodgeball player compared to Sapnap, who is fantastic at dodgeball. And Tubbo, who actually hasn't made it to dodgeball yet, but I think he could do well since he practices quite a bit. And then George, he's meh. And then again, Gumi is new, and I don't know how much Minecraft Gumi actually plays. So yeah, I feel like Orange is gonna edge out and win the entire event. So yeah, that's my predictions. Subscribe, please, and see ya!